A showdown at the top of the Eastern Conference. The disciplinary committee comes down on Nelson Rivas, and gold for the U.S. women next on The Daily. Hey everybody, happy Friday and welcome to another edition of The Daily. Greg Lawless there. I'm Nick Fershaw. We're going to start off with the big game on Friday night. The top two teams in the Eastern Conference going into the weekend. The New York Red Bulls at home against the Houston Dynamo, 8 p.m. Eastern on the NBC Sports Network. And catch a live chat right here on MLSsoccer.com. We were here 1 week ago at BBVA Compass Stadium when these two teams met, and the Dynamo dominated that one. Now the Red Bulls, they're going to get Dax McCarty back. That could be a very big part of this game.
I think he was actually the most important player of last week's game because he wasn't there for New York. Saying that, Houston undefeated at home, so they got that win. The only other team in MLS undefeated at home, the New York Red Bulls. So Houston go up to New York to face a very fired up New York team. They know that it's coming. They're expecting it. Bobby Boswell actually saying, we know they're going to come at us early. And Thierry Henry ripping his own team's performance down in Houston, saying if we play that way at home, we're going to lose our first game at Red Bull Arena.
Ricardo Clark expected in this one for the Houston Dynamo at least some minutes. Don't know if he's going to start for Dom Kinnear's club or what kind of minutes he'll see. But Ricardo Clark set to make his return appearance for the Houston Dynamo Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern at Red Bull Arena. Catch it on the NBC Sports Network. And as always, a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. Well, one of the most memorable highlights from last weekend had to do with Nelson Rivas, the Montreal Impact defender. Remember that headbutt, Greg, against Antoine?
Really a highlight, huh? More of a low light.
More of a low light. Antoine Hoppeneau was the one who took the headbutt, and the disciplinary committee certainly remembered that one. They handed down a 2-game suspension for Rivas on Thursday. That's in addition to the 1-game suspension for the red card. This is what we expected. There's been some precedent before. What do you think of the suspension?
Yeah, there's the precedent from Kyle Beckerman and his suspension that he got. I think it's the right call. Definitely had to do something about it. Rivas coming out of nowhere, really, just to basically attack Hoppeneau and go in with the head, but it was totally inappropriate, and the disciplinary committee got it right.
Well, Antoine Hoppeneau actually suffered a nasal fracture in that incident. He will be eligible to play, though, for the Philadelphia Union on Sunday when they take on the Chicago Fire. Another guy eligible to play is Montreal Impact designated player Marco Di Vaio, who we found out on Friday has been cleared of any role in the match-fixing scandal back in Italy. I know Jesse Marsch, the head coach of the Impact, was curious how that would turn out. It looks like they're going to have Marco Di Vaio back this weekend. Well, 3 really good games on the docket this weekend, and I'm going to give you your choice of your favorite one here. The San Jose Earthquakes at home on Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern on MLS Live up against the Seattle Sounders. Sporting Kansas City at home against DC United, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night. And then a SuperClasico on Sunday, the LA Galaxy at Chivas USA down there at the Home Depot Center. That's at 11 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. You can catch a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. 3 good games. Which one are you looking for?
Well, I'm going to have to go with the SuperClasico because really anytime you get the only intercity derby that we have here in MLS, it's always a good one. And this one has even more at stake than most other ones in the past because Chivas chasing LA Galaxy for that final playoff spot. It looks like it might come down to the very end in this one. And a victory for Chivas against LA in the SuperClasico is really a 6-pointer in this case. They can start to catch up to the Galaxy, put some pressure on them. Saying that, this is a Galaxy team obviously coming off that loss at Seattle, but they have all of their pieces available except for David Beckham, who is in London for the closing ceremony of the Olympics.
Shalry Joseph's going to make his SuperClasico debut and his Chivas USA debut. He had some strong comments for his former team, the New England Revolution. You can catch those comments in the kickoff on MLSsoccer.com. And one other scheduling note this weekend. The Columbus Crew and Toronto FC, they've postponed their match. They were scheduled to play on Saturday night at Crew Stadium. But the Crew players and the staff there, they're going to attend Kirk Urso's funeral out in the Chicago suburbs on Saturday. So MLS has rescheduled that game. Well, last but not least, the U.S. women in the gold medal match on Thursday. I doubt anybody out there watching this missed that game. The U.S. women with a 2-1 win over Japan. This was a crowning achievement for the U.S. women. We heard Abby Wambach after the game saying it sort of erased some of those memories from the 2011 World Cup. She's going to be able to move on with her life now after this gold medal for the U.S. women.
Something like that. But it was Carly Lloyd who was the hero on the day with 2 goals for the United States in this one. It was a good, hard-fought victory for the U.S. Japan, with that sort of relentless style that they had, that they showed and worked so well in 2011 at the World Cup, the U.S. able to sort of overpower them this time and then hold on once they had that 2-0 lead.
So a big congratulations to the U.S. women's team for the gold medal, and also to the Canadian team. They ended up with the bronze medal after a last-second victory over France in the bronze medal game. That does it for us. I want to quickly remind everybody, Extra Time Radio came out on Thursday. We had Matt Beasler from Sporting Kansas City and Ricardo Clark from the Houston Dynamo. You can catch that on iTunes, Buzzsprout, and Stitcher Radio. And for all the latest news in MLS and the schedule for this weekend's games, log on to MLSsoccer.com.